All right. So another day, another left-wing media attempt to do anything in their power to destroy the President of the United States. Now, I'll be the first one to say I voted for Trump. I hope he does well. I don't always like what he does. I know that's everybody's excuse, whatever. The new thing that's trending on Twitter at the moment, Trump is lying, referencing the Inspector General's report on the FBI's handling of Clinton's investigation, etc., saying that Trump is lying about the FBI having a plot to help Hillary Clinton in the elections. And they're saying that it definitively proves that that didn't happen. I don't know what world we live in when you have at least 5 FBI agents who frequently spoke about stopping Donald Trump's presidency, doing anything they can, anybody but never Trumpers, saying things like, "Oh, I'm gonna stop Drumpf," because that's funny. Everybody thinks that's hilarious. I see what you did. You went and took his family's name back from when they lived in Scotland, and you're using it now. It's so dumb, so absurd. Now, does it necessarily prove that the FBI and the Justice Department were trying to help Hillary Clinton and trying to sweep her email scandal under the rug? No, it does not necessarily prove. It also does not disprove that they were. If anything, it raises more questions and more needs to be known. That's why 5 FBI agents at least have also been referred for investigation. This isn't just like, oh, they found nothing. This is all Trump smoke and mirrors trying to make problems go away. There are serious issues here, and they're purposely denying that. They're purposely ignoring those facts to spin a narrative. The truth is, does this vindicate Trump like Fox News claims it does? Absolutely not. Does not vindicate him one bit. It does not prove that what he said happened. Does it vindicate the FBI? Absolutely not. The FBI is still very much an issue, or else they wouldn't have referred 5 more agents for investigation, which, again, as we find out with the Mueller investigation, it's a domino effect. You find a couple people here, and you turn out to find more and more and more, and more people are involved, and more people have committed crimes. So this is what I'm going to tell. I tell all my liberal friends this. A couple of them. And it's this. I know you hate Trump. I know you don't want him as president of the United States. But spinning false narratives against the man has only proven detrimental over and over and over again. His popularity is still strong, as reported by Rasmussen and even Fox News. Obviously, Fox News and the mainstream media have him slightly lower than the Rasmussen poll. It still has him ahead of Obama at the same time in his presidency. You're only making him stronger. Report the facts. The fact is, nobody was vindicated. This report was a dud in both directions. Didn't vindicate the FBI. It didn't vindicate Trump. All it did was create more questions. And until those questions are answered, keep your mouths shut. You're shooting yourselves in the foot. It's like the pissing dossier. Oh, Trump loves golden showers from fucking Russian hookers, and that's why he likes Putin so much. And then proved out to be false. CNN had to apologize. It's just such a farce. Stop. Just stop. There's legitimate things to talk about. There's legitimate conversations to be had. I think that a great conversation to be having is his handling with North Korea. And why are we all of a sudden not focusing on that and focusing more on what happened with this report? Is that another battle you're afraid to lose? Is that a conversation that the left thinks that they will lose? Because it's not. It's a conversation they could very much win, especially with the right. You've got people like Ben Shapiro, etc., who are thinking that this is a colossally awful thing that happened, that he pandered to a dictator, etc., etc., etc. So, it's in your best interest to stop with this nonsense and stop perpetuating falsehoods. I don't understand, and one of the ones I say, New York Times opinions or whatever, who cares? You got your regular news articles are stuffed with opinions. Get the facts right. Wait till the facts are in. Do some actual journalism and report the facts. there's going to be a time, even with every administration, that we need the journalists. Every time. With everyone. With Barack Obama, there was a time. With George W. Bush, there was a time. All the way back. There's always a time throughout a presidency where every president tries to pull a fast one over on the American public to, try to force through an agenda. Everybody's had one. We're finding out details about the Iran deal. George W. Bush did it with the 16 intelligence agencies that all say fucking Saddam Hussein has weapons of mass destruction, which he never had. It just keeps going. And there's a time where we need the media, but if you keep lying to us, if you keep telling us fibs, people won't listen when it's important. We need you to be objective, because when something big does happen, and I am sure that something big will happen, we need you to be able to tell us, and we need to be able to trust you. But if you keep lying or spinning your own narrative, like I saw the one on the New York Times that Trump's spinning his own narrative. Well, first of all, of course he is. Like, what else is new? Obama never did that. Bush never did that. They didn't tell things from their point of view, or why they think they're right or justified in what they say. Of course they did. They always do. So the fact that Trump and his cohorts are spinning, no, it's just from a prism, their own perspective on how they see it. Get it right and get it to us, because if you can't tell us the truth when the time comes and you've got a fucking bombshell to drop, nobody's going to believe you. We're all going to turn our heads and be like, nope, more fake news. Or Trump is going to say, oh, that's fake news. And we're going to go, yeah, that's right, because the other 40,000 times they lied to us, or the other 40,000 times they were disingenuous and didn't tell the whole truth, they only told half-truths, or edited clips in a way that was made to delegitimize Trump, or deceptive editing, I believe is what it's called. So, knock it off. Let's get past this bullshit. Let's keep talking about North Korea. It is our job. I agree with the North Korean summit, by the way. And I'll talk a little bit about that. I think what Trump did at the North Korean summit was the right thing to do. Personally, I do not like him saying things like, oh, he's a smart man, He didn't need to fucking kiss his ass that much, in my opinion. But a little bit of niceties, drop the tensions down. I made a comment on Twitter to somebody and said, that said, this is, whatever, we were all mad when Obama did it with Iran, we should be mad now. And no, I didn't like the deal we got with Iran. I don't think that we should even entertain the notion of going back to the negotiating table with them until they're ready to be a serious total denuclearization. It's that simple. I don't think that we have any business negotiating short-term, halts to people's nuclear program. The rule of thumb should, and the goal for us should be to keep people from getting their hands on nuclear weapons, and at the same time working with our other world powers to reduce our nuclear arsenal. These are weapons that are very dangerous they're unnecessary in this day and age. So I think what he did with North Korea was right, but I do think that there's a lot that needs to be analyzed, that agreement, that paper that they signed, and some of the stuff that Kim Jong-un has said since he's gotten home needs to be analyzed, and we need to be able to trust the media to accurately report this information so we as citizens can make our decisions on moving forward how we want our president, our Congress, our politicians, and our leaders to deal with North Korea. And if you're going to continue being a left-wing mouthpiece, then it's not hurting Trump, it's hurting us. People that aren't rich and sitting holding the levers of power. None of this hurts him. Regardless, you haven't found anything to impeach him for yet. He's going to be president through at least to 2020, if not 2024. So this doesn't hurt him. You not liking him or being upset with him isn't doing any damage to him. So stop hurting the American people and tell the truth.